in terms of training, let's try this out. I know we looked at this a little bit yesterday. I'm not going to do like a ton of stuff. Maybe we'll do the dailies and see how this works. Trying to get one trick from this holding. I'm not going to dwell too much on it. So rather than doing my best to try and solve the problems, let's just do what I think looks natural, which is leading towards the hand with 2 honors twice. So we'll lead towards the 10, up with the queen, and so then we probably lead towards the 9, so this is going to pick off any honor doubleton with right-hand opponent. Okay, and actually it was 8-7 doubleton, so in fact our 6 will now set up. So very fortunate for us. Let's try the next one. Win 3 tricks with ace-9 fourth opposite queen-jack fourth. So we don't want to lose 2 tricks if the suit's 3-2. So cashing the ace picks off stiff 10 or stiff king either way, but maybe low to the queen is better, because that only loses to stiff king, but it also picks up king 10 fourth, whereas cashing the ace does not pick up king 10 fourth. So let's try that. All right, we did it. Wow, 97% of people got that one right. I'm a little bit surprised by that, because I think a lot of people would have expected for it to be cash the ace first. Or maybe something silly like low to the 9. 3 tricks, so we need to worry about 4-2 splits. So probably Jack doubleton is the 4-2 split that we can pick off. Maybe there's 9 doubleton as well. I mean, definitely lead towards our hand. Right-hand opponent follows low, yeah? Okay. So we could go 10 of diamonds, queen of diamonds. That would pick off Jack doubleton or 9 doubleton. We could play the queen of diamonds right now, which would pick off ace king fourth on our right. I've started to notice that we might be able to game the system here. I think the robots or the opponents are playing their lowest card from a lot of holdings. So this 6 of diamonds makes it feel to me like left-hand opponent is long in diamonds, and therefore I should play the 10. We'll just roll with that. I'm not actually sure queen versus 10. What's best? So 10 picks off Jack doubleton, 9 doubleton. Queen picks off on our left Jack doubleton or 9 doubleton, or Jack 9 doubleton. Ten also picks off ace 9 or king 9 doubleton on the left. We'll just play the 10. Okay. Looks like we did it. We get the win. We'll do a quick survival run, and then we'll hop into regular training. I'm just going to do one. If I screw up immediately, then that's fine. Win 2 tricks. So looks very similar. Probably want to go low to the Jack, low to the 10 is my guess. Seems right to me. So I'll just do that. Who cares if we get the first one wrong? Okay, it was 9 doubleton over here. So basically anything would have worked. Oh, never mind. It was ace 9 third. Interesting. Win 4 tricks. So this looks really similar to that one we had yesterday. Queen fifth opposite Jack 9-8. And in that case, we actually wanted to lead low towards the queen on the first round instead of taking a first round finesse. Or sorry, we wanted to lead low towards the honor in our hand and then take the finesse the other way. Oh, but that might have been because they popped up with like the 7 spot. So then we were actually able to pick off the singleton 7. In this case, we're missing any spots that we can pick off like singletons other than like stiff jack. So I'm pretty sure we just go low to the 10, low to the 9. I keep forgetting that I can actually cross to dummy so quickly, or cross to the other hand. I almost just like led the queen out of hand because I didn't know if I had an entry. When 7 tricks, we have a 9 card fit. Huh? Huh? Wait, what? Uh, excuse me? This is just a 50-50, right? This one's not complicated. Oof. What? You can't pick up any 3-1 holdings. So it's just like ace versus queen. I don't know what guess do they want me to make. Oh no. Uh um is there actually a reason that one of these is better? Is it because right hand opponent played the 9? No, that doesn't make any sense. This really is just a 50-50, yeah? Okay, I guess I'm going to try the I'm going to try the king. What? Is there a history? I want to look at that one afterward because I'm very confused. 3 tricks from this combination. I mean, it's got to be low to the 10. We pick off like a jack 8 or jack 9 doubleton over here as well. And now we take the restricted choice finesse. Win 1 trick. So probably duck the first round. Trying to catch West with the singleton honor. and then lead towards the 10-9-8. And the suit splits. Three tricks. Ace, queen, 3-2, opposite 10-9 small. Ugh. So if I want to bring the 6 into play, I shouldn't lead at trick 1. I don't think the 6 comes into play very often, only if it's like 8-7 doubleton over here. That seems very obscure. Like Jack 7 doubleton, King 7 doubleton, or whatever don't really help us. And so it's probably the 6 to the queen. Is that right? So any 3-3 split with either the king or jack on side, or we pick off some like singleton honors like stiff jack or stiff king on our left. Or we could decide to play for the 8-7 doubleton on our right. We could run the 10 on the first round. So it seems like I'm just comparing 8-7 doubleton with stiff king or stiff jack. I can do a little bit of math. So 5-1 is 12%, right? So specific 5-1 is 6%, and then this is going to be 1/3 of that 6%. So 2% of the time there's going to be a stiff king or stiff jack on our left versus exactly 8-7 doubleton. So that 4-2 split is 24. And then there's 6 choose 2. So 1/15 of 24 is less than 2%. So yeah, it's better to lead the 6 to the queen. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything else, but no, that sounds right to me. No other 4-2 splits I can pick off, right? I mean, king, jack, doubleton will work it out either way. If we lead the 10 first and it goes jack, queen, then we like cash the ace next and the king falls. Okay. 6 to the queen. Really? It's better to lead the 9 from south. Because we pick off... So I didn't even think of this idea of picking off a king doubleton with left-hand opponent. I guess we also pick off jack doubleton with left-hand opponent from doing this, right? We lead the 10. If they cover, whether they cover with the jack or the king, we go up with the ace. Wait. No, that's not right. Okay, if they cover with the king, we go up with the ace and then lead low towards the 10. And so that loses to king jack doubleton on our left, but we win against king small doubleton. But jack doubleton on our left, it doesn't work, but we were never picking up jack doubleton on our left. Okay. I do want to see, can I look? Where was the one? This one. So this one didn't make any sense to me. Oh. it's because they are exactly the same. Hmm. Well, so I wonder if we would have gotten a win if we had played the jack instead of the king as well. Um, yeah, very strange. So if East plays the 10, we're supposed to play the jack. But we played the king and we got we got the win anyway. Okay, fair enough. Um, so maybe a bit of a silly puzzle because there are two solutions, but at least they gave us uh, a win for coming up with the other solution as well. Very good. Okay. Cool. Let's do some training. Looks like North South technically have more high card points. Sure. Let's let them declare. Even though I have a suspicion that West with their strong two suitor and the Black's two suitor is probably going to end up taking more tricks on this one. But who knows? We'll challenge the assumption. Let's see if it works. So in clubs, probably East-West want to pull trumps. The spades don't split very well. Well, let's look at a club lead. So club to the queen, North wins. I suppose it's probably best for North to play diamonds to try and tap West. So diamond, we'll say the 9, 10 jack ruff. Duck a spade to North stiff ace. Another diamond. 3. Seven, king, ruff. Pull trumps, maybe? And then what? Run the 10 of spades? South needs to make a discard on the third round of trumps. I guess South can pitch a heart on the third round of trumps. So run the 10 of spades. Low, low, North can pitch a diamond. Heart to the ace, king of spades. I guess North can just pitch another diamond, is the point. Because now that trumps have been pulled, North is going to get their heart set up. So declare could also overtake the 10 of spades with the king and play back the 9 of spades to set up an extra spade trick that way. And by declare, I mean West. West could, or one of East-West could also not pull trumps, allow North to get a spade ruff. Maybe that's a more effective way of setting up the spade suit. Well, let's start with a couple of obvious points that if East-West don't play clubs at trick 1, North can Well, North doesn't always get a spade ruff. South has no entries, but I think that working on pulling trumps makes some sense, because if East-West can pull trumps and then knock out the ace and queen of spades, they can take an awful lot of tricks. And so I think it's also kind of necessary for North to switch to diamonds, because if North doesn't switch to diamonds, if North like plays hearts instead, like club to the queen, ace of clubs, heart switch, then East-West can like win the heart switch, knock out the spade ace, win another heart switch, pull trumps, spade to the 10, whether or not South ducks or lets it hold, like ruff a diamond back to hand, 9 of spades, knock out South's queen of spades, and East-West will end up just losing a club, a heart, and 2 spades for 9 total tricks for the defense. So I think this diamond switch is kind of necessary from North. Now, I'm still unclear on which black suit East should be leading, but let's try again this idea of club to the queen and ace, 9 of diamonds, 10 jack, ruff. West could pitch a heart. I mean, maybe it's better to just pitch a loser on a loser here. So 9 of diamonds, 10 jack, discard a heart. West is probably going to lose that trick anyway eventually. And now South has a little bit of a difficult time continuing diamonds, because if South now continues the diamond king, now West can ruff. Probably even like pull trumps at this point and then play a spade to North's ace. And North is kind of end played. If North plays back the diamond ace, that sets up the queen and dummy as West ruffs. And if North plays back a heart, well, now Declare can win the king of hearts, take a spade finesse, cross to the ace of hearts, and knock out the queen of spades with trump control still. So that's probably the plan for East-West. Club to the queen, ace, 9 of diamonds, 10 jack, and West discards a heart. And so North-South are going to get 1 diamond trick, they're going to get 2 spades, and they're going to get the ace of clubs. So that looks like 9 tricks to me. And I don't think that East-West can do better than 9 tricks. Like, to do better than 9 tricks, they would either need to get a free diamond trick somehow, which they can't do. The defense doesn't have to lead diamonds for them. Or they would have to not lose a second spade trick, but they just don't have enough trumps in ace hand to ruff all the spades. And North can always pull trumps if they want. Like spade opening lead, North can just go ace of clubs club to prevent all these spade ruffs if they need to. So I'm going to say down, what is 9 tricks? That's down 4. Down 4 seems like the answer. Did I do this wrong? Is down 3 9 tricks? Down 3 is 9 tricks. There we go. I don't know how many down it is. It's pretty unusual to play at the 1 level and go down 3. But yeah, North makes 4 tricks. Well, North-South make 4 tricks. So kind of the plan I was looking at was club to the queen. North wins, and the 9 of diamonds makes a lot of sense as a switch. Apparently, Declare can get away with not covering this, but 10 of diamonds, jack, and East-West can discard a heart, which is like the simplest defense. I mean, it looks like they can also maybe ruff and then give up a spade probably to North, and then on the second round of diamonds, they can pitch a heart. That would be my guess as to like another plan. So give up a spade to the ace here, and then on another round of diamonds to the 7 king, and now they can pitch heart. Apparently they can also ruff this. I didn't really look at whether or not East-West could get away with plans like this, but this felt like it was a little bit more complicated, because I was imagining after pulling 2 more rounds of trumps that they were going to not really be able to handle the spade suit. Ah, they can just lead a spade. Well, wait a second. I thought I had come up with this as an idea, but I didn't think it worked because South could just duck. Huh. Apparently a diamond exit? I must be missing some sort of obvious squeeze, right? Oh, it's not a squeeze. It's just because South got stripped of their second heart. Um, sorry, let's step back. I mean, a simple plan is because now that South has been stripped of their second heart, that third round of clubs did enact a squeeze against South. Um, I'm not going to go back to explain all of the possibilities, but that's why I thought a heart discard from South was forced. But now on this plan, after exiting a diamond, if North had cashed a second diamond, then East would have a diamond trick set up, and that would give them their ninth trick. And otherwise, at this point, West can just go king of spades, spade, and South is down to just spades. So, um, kind of cool. Anyway, I mean, we worked it out. Club lead, just discard a heart on the first diamond, which looks simple enough, but it looks like the squeeze also does bring home an extra trick if necessary. Let's look at a diamond contract. Trumps do not split very well. Okay. What do East West want to do? Maybe play on spades? And what do North South want to do? Maybe set up a heart trick if they can. Yeah, so if East just defends passively, let's say, like, let's say East leads a club to the Jack and Ace. I'm just getting this as like a baseline. And North South work on the heart suit. And let's say West wins. And they go what? Like club, spade, heart, spade. I mean, if this sort of thing happens, I think North South are going to be in pretty great shape because North could, for example, rough a club. I don't know if it's right to cash the Jack of Hearts or overtake, but then play another heart. Okay, I mean, like East can rough low, and then King of Diamonds, and then just rough a spade with the Eight of Diamonds, and East is going to get end played, and so North takes the last two tricks. So, like, East West can't defend passively. They need to do something better than whatever this is, but I think that's kind of like the baseline that we're hoping to beat. We're hoping that East West can take more than 4 tricks on defense, and that's going to be their objective. So to prevent some of these kinds of, like, we'll call it cross roughs or trump end plays, a good way to do it can sometimes be to just give up your trump trick immediately and pull trumps to prevent this kind of cross rough, because North ended up getting 2 roughs in South's hand, a club rough and the 4th round of hearts rough. So if East were to just like play a diamond, get in with the king of clubs, eventually play another diamond, get in with the king of hearts, and play a 3rd round of diamonds, well, they kind of give up a trump trick because they're going to lose the 1st round of diamonds cheaply. They're going to lose another diamond to the jack. And I mean, eventually they'll still remain with the queen 10 of diamonds sitting over the ace 9 for a trick. So North would end up taking 4 diamonds. They'll get a club. They'll get, I guess, 2 hearts and a spade. So how many tricks is that? That sounds like 8. So it looks like a diamond lead is going to, or this plan of just pulling trumps will at least get East-West a 5th trick. Can they do better than that? Can they get 6 tricks if they work on spades? Because what can happen is East could end up discarding a heart on the 3rd round of spades, or maybe get an overruff, depending on what North does. So like spade would lead to the ace, heart, let's say. East wins the king. another spade, forces north, another heart, West wins. And then West does what? King of spades or low spade? I'm not sure, but let's say king of spades. Uh-huh. I guess ruff with the 8 of diamonds. East can overruff with the 10. And then East will be able to what? Play a club, Jack ace. North can cash a heart, Queen of hearts. North can play another heart, the 10 of hearts, to discard a club loser as East ruffs if they want, or maybe overruff East card. Let's say North plays another heart, pitching a club. So East ruffs. And now to prevent some sort of cross ruff, East returns a trump. So the 4 of diamonds comes back. Declare wins the 6. Maybe overtakes the 6 with the 9. So what are East diamonds? East is down to the Queen 7 doubleton of diamonds. So 6 overtake with the 9 or 8, whichever's left. No, this is getting dangerous for Declare, I think. So maybe maybe it's better in the 4th round of hearts when East ruffs to overruff with the 6 of diamonds and then just exit a club. So let's say East wins, plays back a diamond, the Jack. There's just no way to get back to North's hand to ruff this club. Whoa. Okay, let me show what I'm looking at because I think it's a little bit complicated. So spade opening lead, right? Our objective is for East-West to get 6 tricks. So Declare leads a heart. East goes up with the king. Plays another spade for Declare to ruff. Another heart around to the ace. And West plays back the king of spades. Ruffed, over-ruffed. And now East switches to a club. So Declare could duck this trick, I guess, but then West will play another spade, which, I mean, might be fine. East can get a cheap ruff, but that would be the rest of the defensive tricks. So I guess that would be 5 tricks for the defense, right? If Declare just ducks and then a spade comes back, Declare can just pitch their club loser. East will ruff, but now Declare does just get to pull through, 3 rounds of trumps. So yeah, okay. I think with that in mind, so Declare doesn't need to be super careful about how they play this hand out. They can always make 8 tricks this way. And because the defense always has the opportunity to just pull trumps from East side, 8 tricks seems to be the limit. So seems like that is what's being indicated here. And East-West are going to have multiple opportunities to prevent this 9th trick from happening, but we did see just kind of, if they're not careful, then Declare does have the opportunity to get 9 tricks on a cross ruff. So, okay, let's look at hearts. Well, there's an opportunity for a diamond ruff, I guess, immediately. And I guess there's 2 possible diamond ruffs, right? Like diamond ruff, low club. well, for North to prevent another diamond ruff, they have to win the ace. Otherwise, it will go king of clubs, diamond ruff. But then Declare pulls around to trumps, West wins the ace, and then crosses to the club king to get a diamond ruff. So that would eventually be 2 diamond ruffs, a club trick, and 2 heart tricks. It would be 5 tricks for East-West. Can they do better? And okay, I mean, that's actually not to mention the fact that North still has this 5th diamond to deal with, because like diamond ruff, right? Club up with the ace, heart, club, diamond, ruff. And let's think now, because with West out of trumps, North actually can just unblock the diamond king and cross ruff the rest of the tricks. And it looks like that might be actually very easy. Like West exits a spade, and then it just goes diamond to the king, spade ruff, ace of diamonds, oh, actually, maybe it's not so easy. Yeah, there's actually not enough entries to get all these ruffs. Because now, I mean, Declare can ruff this, but East can now over ruff and pull trumps. I mean, if East discards, then Declare does get the 8 tricks, but East can just over ruff and pull, pull trumps. And regardless, depending on which hand Declare is winning this in, West has to keep the proper winner. But they'll keep the king of spades. So, okay. So it does look like the 2 diamond ruffs plan will work out for East-West. And by workout, I mean it will get them a 6th defensive trick, which is more than they were originally planning to take. 2 hearts, 2 ruffs, the king of clubs, and eventually trick 13. So if East-West just pull trumps instead, I assume that this isn't like better for them somehow, but Declare only on the surface has 3 diamonds, a club, 2 hearts, and a spade. Yeah, and I mean, given that they can get 7 tricks on defense, or 6 tricks on defense from leading a diamond, it seems like pulling trumps is not going to be very effective. I'm guessing it might even be possible to end play East into giving an extra diamond trick, or maybe the diamonds will just set up anyway. But yeah, this looks like it was the conclusion we had come to. Although apparently a diamond lead is not even required to hold the contract to 7 tricks. Anything other than the King of Hearts is apparently good enough. I'm a little bit curious about this. So after a club to the jack, West can exit a spade. So why is this so good? I mean, I wonder if the point is that by forcing North's hand in spades once, it's too difficult for them to end play East and diamonds or something. Like, I'm not sure. So heart, apparently East needs to hop up with the king at this point, and then needs to force Declare. West pulls a round of trumps. and then exits a club. And this is apparently good enough, is it? I mean, there are 4 obvious tricks that Declare can get from here. But yeah, I guess the point is that Declare can either lead a diamond to force East to like split with the 7. Actually, maybe they don't have to even. Like, even if East doesn't split with the 7, maybe the fact that the diamond suit's blocked would create too much of a problem, but it looks like Declare actually comes out okay. I guess the point being that East has too many diamonds, but so they split with the 7, but the point is that like now we can't really rough a club conveniently and set up the diamond suit. Like if the lead was in North's hand, we could rough a club to strip East club and then just go like diamond to the ace, queen of hearts to pull trumps, and then the 8-5 of diamonds would knock out East queen. But because we don't get to rough a club, like our choices are really to just cross back in diamonds and now rough a club, but then we get kind of like stranded in the wrong hand, and then we have to rough a spade, and East gets to discard their diamond loser. Or by not roughing a club, we could like take a roughing hook and diamonds sort of thing. 8 of diamonds to the queen, rough. But now when we rough a spade, once again, East gets to discard their diamond loser, and East's hand is going to be high. They just rough our winning 5 of diamonds. So yeah, I mean, apparently just about anything can hold Declare to 7 tricks, but you got to be consistent about how you defend. But the diamond rough plan does look like the simplest to me. All right, let's look at spades. So probably again, East-West are going to do well to work on the spade suit. It looks like North-South can get a club rough as well. Because South can just lead a club and North can duck at any point in the play. So like spade to the ace, duck a club, let's say. I can just show this, I guess, because this is pretty simple. Spade to the ace, duck a club. Spade to the 10, try to pull trumps. But South can get in, go club to the ace, club rough. I mean, I don't know if this is best defense, but it looks like, again, kind of to establish some sort of simple objective that we're working to beat. North-South can get 2 spades, a club, and a club rough, and they will eventually get a heart. So it's 5 tricks, I guess. 2 spades, a club rough, and a heart. Yeah. So can North-South do better than 5 tricks if they end up maybe forcing West to establish South's long spades as opposed to just giving 1 club rough? Like let's say spade around to the ace, for example, and then North switches to the 9 of diamonds, which we've seen before. Well, we've already kind of looked at how maybe the best plan for West here is to not rough this trick and to just pitch a heart, like a loser on loser. And so I think that's probably going to be the best plan. So we can roll with that for a moment. It might still be better for South to continue diamonds at this point. And I don't know the best way for South to continue diamonds if it's low or the king. Maybe it's best to try low. Because now, at least if West discards, the ace of diamonds gets a trick, whereas if you continue with the king, West will probably rough that trick, and then if North continues with the ace later, maybe West will also rough that. I mean, we're setting up an awful lot of spade tricks for South, but maybe that's okay. So is it going to be best for West to discard on this trick? Maybe? Like if West ruffs and then works on the club suit, like club to the king, club, North can win and then play another diamond to the king. I mean, sure, West could discard now, but the queen of diamonds wouldn't be set up. So this feels like a worse variation of like West just pitching on the second round of diamonds coming through. So it feels like, to be consistent, West should probably ruff this trick. But this looks terrible, right? Now it goes like queen of clubs ruff, trump. I mean, maybe this is still okay. Because now, like, heart to the ace, club. The fact that the 10 of spades had to win in dummy actually makes things a little bit, and by dummy, I mean East hand, makes East-West's lives a little bit difficult. Because if West was able to just lead a club now, South only gets one more trick. But because, yeah, because West isn't in the right hand, they can't just like pull trumps and then start playing clubs. They don't have an entry to the long club anymore. So they lead a club and South ruffs, but now South plays back a heart and South gets another trick from here. Or North gets a trick. Hey, Shift. Good day to you. Afternoon, I suppose. So did I come up with a conclusion? I said that we were trying to get more than 5 tricks for North-South because 5 was easy. 2 spades, a club, and a club ruff. Wait. 2 spades, a club, a club ruff, and a heart. Yeah, 5 is easy. We just got 6, but that might have been because of like a weird plan from West. So instead of that, I mean, after like a spade to the ace, 9 of diamonds to the 10, cover, discard, diamond, discard. Is this better? I mean, North-South have taken a couple of diamond tricks. They still have the queen of spades coming. They still have the ace of clubs coming. They're not going to get a heart trick anymore. But if that's all they get, then it looks like East-West have done their job. They might get a club ruff, though. Should you stack up a third, play with BradyBot? I still have the queue. Yeah, it's probably going to be a bit much. Am I feeling good about my skills? Visualization maxing still working? I don't know. See, like here's the complicated thing about this is that even when I was doing it in the past, and okay, I mean, like, I felt like I was getting better at these exercises the more I did them in the past, but I had no idea if these were actually going to work or do anything until I showed up to a tournament. And I did this for 3 months straight without taking any work, from December to like March of 2012 to 2013. And so I showed up to that first tournament, and if you remember my story about leading a low diamond away from ace, king, queen, jack, fifth, and to get to dummy with 9 doubleton, that was like the second or third hand that I had played after showing up at a tournament, having spent 3 months doing these things. So it didn't really like click for me that I had actually improved until I showed up and played and noticed the results. And I mean, I think the same thing I feel here. Like, I think I'm getting a little bit better at these exercises, but probably not as much as I want because I haven't been spending 8 hours a day doing them. So we'll see how my performance in the tournament is. I mean, I felt a little shaky when I played with Kurt and Philly last summer at the Nationals. That was over a year ago, and that was kind of like the most recent. Well, I guess I played with Oren in Mexico last November. Have I played any since then? I don't think so. So I'm not sure I have like a great comparison point. I mean, when I played with Oren in Mexico, it was like fine, but I wouldn't say that like I was as good as I used to be 10 years ago. And same when I played with Kurt and Philly. So I guess my comparison is just like some random expert player at this point. And we'll see. We'll see if I've improved from that point. But I don't know. So to answer your question, no, I have no idea. I'm just doing the thing that worked for me in the past, and we'll see if it works for me again. Who knows? I'm not that worried about it. In some ways, playing with sponsors is way harder than playing with an expert, but in some ways, it's also way easier. Like, you just kind of want to make sure that nothing horrible happens at your table. And so if you come back with like a lose 20 card, you're pretty happy in general when you're playing with a sponsor. So like if you go in 16 boards, I don't know how long these matches are going to be, but like if these are 16 board segments for 4 sets a day, then lose 20 over 16 boards is like a pretty big win when you're playing with a sponsor. You give up 2 game swings and you're pretty happy. Like you just don't want it to be worse than that, because on almost any hand, especially if you're trying to be like very expert about it and nuanced, you could just have a horrible bidding misunderstanding. So that's why a lot of these sequences that you'll see from like pro sponsored pairs are just going to have the pro bid 3 no trump at some point in the auction. And it's not necessarily because they want to hand hog. It's just because like they don't want to have a misunderstanding with doing something subtle. So who knows? I mean, I don't really enjoy playing bridge that way, but that's part of the job. I mean, if you get hired to do this thing, then that is just part of the job. Why am I over on this side, by the way? Why am I not over on this side? I feel like I've... There. Now I'm back on the right side of the screen. And by right, I mean left. I think I was doing the real bridge bidding contest is what happened, and I just didn't move myself. Okay, we're back though. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it goes. It will be, of course, my first sponsored thing in a while. And I will say that I do tend to play a lot worse with sponsors than I do with experts. Because I want to have like serious auctions most of the time. I don't want to hand hog. I want to play like bridge rather than like pro bridge is the thing that's enjoyable for me. So I just don't have like the right mindset when it comes to playing with sponsors most of the time. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, I do think that I probably will end up opening a lot of no trumps. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, we have some good teammates, and I don't know how difficult the competition's going to be. If the Australian team shows up again this year, then we'll probably end up having a hard time of it. I mean, there were some good teams last year. There are definitely going to be some good players. I mean, there is a reasonable prize pool for playing in the event if you can win. But yeah, I think it'll end up being fine. I mean, I've gotten to know my partner pretty well, based on just a lot of our like training sessions and whatnot. So that's really helpful. Like, it's really difficult when you just get like hired by a sponsor to show up and play in a tournament, and they're just like, okay, I'll see you there, right? And then all you have is like a little bit of back and forth discussion about a convention card, as opposed to really like getting more detailed about their thought process and how they think about hands and stuff like that. So I have a better understanding of my partner in that way, at least, than I do with normal first time pickup partnerships. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes. I think we'll have a good time. I think we'll do fine. She's a bridge fanatic. Yes. She does love bridge quite a bit, and definitely wants to learn and improve, which I find to be helpful, is that I also found it very difficult to play with sponsors who were not interested in learning and improving, where like their whole objective was like, I want to win. And I'm like, okay, well, the best way to win is for you to improve your skills. And they're just like, no, we're not here for that. I'm paying you to win. But everyone has their own kind of what they want to get out of it. And it's helpful to know what it is that they want. Back to what I was doing. What was I doing? I was looking at what happens if 2 rounds of diamonds come and then North is on lead. Yeah. So let's say North plays back a club. Right. Looks hard for West to leverage the trump length. I mean, I'm looking at trump coups. Like, let's say we do this. King of clubs, ruff a diamond, setting up the queen and dummy. Queen of clubs. So North wins the ace, yeah. And I guess gives South a club ruff. But this allows West to actually make the rest of the tricks, right? Because now on a heart back, it goes ace of hearts, heart to the king, 10 of spades holding. I mean, it doesn't matter what order Declare does this stuff. But then queen of diamonds, which is now a winner. And if South ruffs, the jack of clubs is a winner. So West can just pull trumps, but otherwise the queen of diamonds holds and then trump coup. So going back, right, to kind of like this decision point, after diamond goes to the ace, is there something North can do that's better than this? Maybe North can attack the entry in hearts instead, rather than leading a low club. So if North leads a heart and Declare wins the ace, not Declare, West wins the ace, club to the king, diamond ruff to set up the queen, queen of clubs, North can win, and then continue another heart to the king. But East could win the king, and then 10 of spades. I mean, if it gets covered, queen, king, pull trumps, and then start running clubs. So 10 of spades holds. But then queen of diamonds. And again, if it gets rough, over rough, king of spades start running clubs. And if South doesn't ruff the queen of diamonds, then diamond ruff. So queen of diamonds wins pitching a club, diamond ruff with the 8 of spades, exit a club, South ruffs, and South is end played into leading into the king 9 of spades. So it looks like from here, East-West actually do make 8 tricks. So this line of play looks like this. Heart around to the ace, club. Okay, let's say North ducks. Probably best defense. Then diamond ruff. I think I did this correctly. let's make sure I actually did this correctly, because now I'm having second thoughts about my analysis. So Queen of Hearts to the king. And I said 10 of spades now. But I guess on the 10 of spades, South actually... Actually, it does look like South is getting 2 more tricks, right? Ugh. Okay. I guess I did do something wrong. I must have miscounted West trumps. Yeah, so okay, so it looks like a hard exit then from North after this. Let's step back through the whole line of play, because this was a little bit complicated. So Jack of spades goes around to the ace. 9 of diamonds, 10, Jack. West discards a loser on a loser. Then the 6 of diamonds. And so we've already looked at what happens if West ruffs. So instead, if West discards a club, North wins. And now, really important for North to play hard. Actually, I think we can confirm this. And so North is declare. So smaller minus number is good for them. So yeah, a hard is the only thing that North can do to ensure that they take 6 tricks on this hand. So overall, I mean, I had spent quite a bit of time already thinking about this hand, but apparently on a club lead or the King of Hearts, East-West can get 8 tricks. Let me just think about that briefly. I mean, I guess the point might be that, like, we don't actually need to pull 1 round of trumps. If North gets a ruff with the stiff ace of spades, so be it. That's going to be a natural trump trick anyway. And so East-West's only objective really is to set up the club suit, give up the ace of clubs, a club ruff, 2 spade tricks, and a heart trick for 5, and try and make the rest. So club around to the jack and ace, or club around to the jack, let's say ducked, another club, North wins the ace, 9 of diamonds, 10 jack, discard a heart maybe, 6 of diamonds back. I guess West at this point would want to ruff. 3rd round of clubs, South can ruff, switch to hearts to try and prevent this sort of trump coup thing that happened. But then West can like win the ace of hearts and then ruff a club with the 10 or jack of spades might be the point. And so you can leverage East having strong spades over here. Actually, this looks a little bit interesting. So let's just explore a little bit. I'm not going to turn double dummy on unless I feel like I really need to. Club, back up with the ace. Let's say declare unblocks or not declare, West unblocks. 9 of diamonds. I'm wondering if like the 5 of spades comes into play, is my thought. So whoops, 6 of diamonds comes back. So have to ruff. Queen of clubs, South ruffs. I mean, I guess South can play the King of diamonds at this point to force declare, not declare West. And okay. Well, we've certainly reached a moment. Because I was thinking West might be able to ruff a club here, but I think that's actually not true. Because South can ruff, play a spade, and then North can just force West with the ace of diamonds, and South gets an extra spade trick. So And I think similarly, if we play a club and instead of roughing an East's hand, we like discard. South roughs, and I mean, probably just even exits a heart. North-South are going to get 2 more tricks, right? North will get in with the spade ace and force West with the ace of diamonds, and South's queen of spades will score. So I guess that means I must have done something wrong somewhere along the way. After diamond around to the jack, I mean, maybe we're not allowed to pitch a heart. Maybe instead we should rough this trick. And then play the queen of clubs for South to rough. And then on another diamond, we rough again. And now we play a club like discarding a heart, and maybe the point is we can get a heart rough. So club, pitch a heart, South roughs. But yeah, this looks like it might work out a little bit better for East-West. I mean, they can certainly take 2 hearts, a heart rough, and a diamond rough from here. And that would get them up to 8 tricks, East-West. So maybe this is the idea, is to discard the heart from East's hand on the winning club. And if North-South don't pull trumps, then this is what happens. And if North-South do pull trumps, then there's probably a different plan. I think I'm overlooking at a spade, though. Interesting contract. We got to see a couple of fun, trump coup possibilities. Let's look at a no trump. Is this one going to be boring? I suspect East-West are probably going to set up their long club suit. So on a club lead, North-South can take... Well, certainly 3 diamonds, a club, and a spade. And in the meantime, East-West are going to have 4 club tricks set up, 2 hearts. They can eventually take 2 spades. So does North have time to set up a heart trick, I guess is the question. The spade suit's blocked. Ooh, okay. This is a little more interesting than I originally thought, because I was thinking, oh, well, East-West have time, right? They need to knock out the spade ace and club ace before their ace king of hearts get knocked out, and they're on lead. But the fact that the spade suit's blocked, and the fact that this queen of spades means East needs to play the second round of spades from their side, makes things a little complicated. It's also true that West needs to retain the heart ace so that they can run the clubs if North ducks 3 rounds of clubs. So, a plan such as lead the jack of spades around to the ace and then play a heart, and East ducks this to let West win so that West can play a low club to the king, and then the 10 of spades comes through. Well, great, because now North can just duck the next round of clubs and cut off the entire club suit, and West's hand for that matter. And so North will be able to eventually set up their heart tricks that way. It looks like East still gets a trick from here, but, club around to the jack, ducked, and okay, great. If West cashes the king of spades, so be it. That is then a diamond goes away from Declarer's hand, and then the queen of spades stops the suit, just knock out the heart king. And if instead, a club comes back, Declare can now just knock out the Heart King and eventually lose a diamond to East. So that is 7 tricks for North. But I think the defense can do better, right? I mean, obviously they can set up 4 clubs, 2 hearts, and the King of Spades, but can they get an 8th trick? Because the entry situation's a little bit complicated. Maybe it's not as complicated as I originally thought. Spade lead. What if East just wins the first heart? So heart up with the king. 10 of spades. And now club switch. And this feels like we're doing a little bit better for the defense. Yeah, this looks very simple. And now if North knocks out the heart, West gets in and cashes out in the black suits for 8 tricks. Okay. So seems like down 2 is possible on any black suit lead. East could lead a club, but I think West is going to have to win the opening lead and then switch to spades immediately. I don't think East can lead a club and then have West play back a club. Exactly. West would need to switch to a spade away from the king to knock out the ace immediately. But okay. Oof. I'm tired. Bidding? Bidding. Let's do some bidding. New hand. See if we can find a game-ish sort of contract for either side. Just taking a look. I mean, sure. I don't know if East West want to be in a heart game, but they could get there. Let me try again. We'll see if we can do better. This time, North-South probably want to be in a heart game. 17 opposite 8. Okay, let's give it a try. Right. Let's open this guy up. Let's do... We'll assume South is dealer. Two over 1. I'm going to try and adjust the no trump range because I want to take a look at this hand with different no trump ranges. Because if South just opens a no trump, I mean, I'll just go like 1 no, transfer to heart. You know what? No. It's fine. It's fine. We'll do 15 to 17. This will be interesting still. So South can open 1 no. North can bid 2 diamonds. South can bid 2 hearts. North can bid what, though? Because it's not so crazy for North to pass. They have 8. And a really, really bad 5-card suit. Or North could invite. I mean, I guess North is supposed to invite, like, you invite all eights, but, like, I think inviting all eights is just such a dumb rule. This is a really bad 8 count. The only redeeming feature is the 9-8-7 of hearts. That's it. I don't know. One of those bids. I mean, South is going to bid 4 hearts and over 2 no. Let's look at Precision next. So they play 14 to 16 no trumps, which means South is going to open 1 club. North is going to bid a natural game forcing 1 heart. 8+. Over the Precision bid. I mean, you don't really downgrade high card points in Precision. So South, I guess, will bid 2 hearts, showing the fit. And then how does Precision work? I mean, again, relays, right? But assuming we're not doing relays, North is just supposed to bid 4 hearts, I think. Something like that. Is 4 hearts even a good contract? I don't know if I figured that out. You have a heart loser, you have a club loser. So if the club hook is failing, you need both the spade finesse and the diamonds to split. If the club hook succeeds, then you're cold. There's some chance at diamond ruffs, although I guess that might come at the expense of an actual diamond trick sometimes. Well, you can pitch it on spades. I don't know. It feels like an okay contract to be in 4 heart. I mean, we could probably even just use this to do some percentage analysis. Let's look at Polish club. Is this going to be any different? Probably not. Yeah, I think this is just another 1 no auction. Same as 2/1. I'm just thinking if there's anything else I can get out of this deal. I do find it a little bit interesting to look at the different no trump ranges. It looks like 2/1 is the only one that has an option to stop in 2 hearts. And this hand does look a little bit borderline. I think that this is generally the case with like a big difference between 2/1 and Precision. Precision doesn't really have slowdown mechanisms. You don't really get to evaluate your hand, is a big part of what I see as the problem with Precision, having been basically a lifelong 2/1 player, is that the system does all of the heavy lifting for you, and you just have to trust that the system is going to get you to the right contract. So you just like a robot, you memorize a bunch of bidding sequences, and then you just blindly follow those sequences. Whereas in 2/1, you actually get to use your brain and do hand evaluation, stuff like that. Like a lot of the Precision players will like try and make these arguments that, oh yeah, like in Precision, you actually get to do hand evaluation too. Like, you know, you can upgrade into this range. Like if you have an ace and a king, you show a positive response to a club, which is like, again, built into the system. But you get to do that with basically every auction in 2/1, whereas in Precision, you just don't. It's not to say that like Precision is bad because of that, but I personally like trying to solve problems rather than just being told what to do. I think it's because of my rebellious nature.